Hey guys, it's Gamers Retreat with the one and only Mike Jarman, presented by and episode 8 of course is going to be Donald Duck in Quackshot. So it's obviously a Walt Disney game, same thing, starring Donald Duck and his little Huey Dewey nephew things and Big Fat Pete, you know, the big bear dog thing. So let's stop the chat and let's get into the action. So, it's always time for the story. Everyone loves a bedtime story, but it ain't bedtime. So, Donald Duck, he's got Uncle Scrooge, the old little man duck that's rich. So Donald Duck one day is going through the library and he finds this book, and out of the book falls a map with King Garuzia's treasure. So, Donald Duck is like, oh, this can make me rich and famous as my Uncle Scrooge. But Big Pete, Big Bad Pete, the big dog, wolf looking thing, he basically overhears this, and throughout the whole story of the game, he follows Donald Duck trying to get the treasure map at any point he can. Cut a long story short, further down the storyline, he ends up kidnapping the nephews, Huey, Dewey and Louie, and what he ends up doing is Donald Duck has to give the diary, the Viking diary, over to Big Pete in exchange for the nephews, blah 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 blah. He has to go to the hideout of Big Pete, get the treasure map back and save the day, whilst find the treasure. When it's dipped in water, it reveals the true treasure of Duck Island. So he has to go into this big kind of castle fortress kind of thing, and he has to fight this ancient evil Donald Duck looking monster thing in chainmail. Gets the treasure, gives it to Daisy, and it's a bloody statue. But when the statue breaks, out pops this beautiful purple gem. And that's it. That's the story. So the gameplay in Quackshot is very varying. There's a lot of elements to it. So let's start with the different plunger types. Donald Duck's main weapon is the plunger. You start off with a yellow one, and basically it will just fire it and it will stun the enemies, and that's that. Further down the line you unlock the red plunger, which has the same effect, but when you fire it at walls it sticks and you're allowed to use it as jumping platforms. And further on down the line you unlock the green plunger, which has the same two effects as before, but you can fire it onto flying creatures like birds and whatnot and jump onto them and fly across the game. So that's the plunger covered. Let's go on to the ammo for the plunger. So you get a bubblegum ammo, which is explosive. It can kill most enemies, but it's used further into the game for destroying blocks and obstacles to progress in the game. You also get sweet corn, which it uses 5 ammo, which is fucking a lot to be honest, but it literally is kind of like flak, that kills loads of stuff. So that's that. I think that's all the ammo. Health. So the health in the game, it revolves around, you'll find like these roast dinner steaks and kind of apples or ice creams that drop from enemies that you hit or kill. So get those to bump up your health again. Be careful of the enemies, they do hit hard. There's charge slash anger kind of hatred bar, which you'll see at the bottom, which is kind of like, it's got a little face of Donald Duck. I didn't really understand how it worked, and it says in the controls that A is charge. Now, I was pressing that bloody button throughout the whole game, it wasn't really doing anything, but I think it's related to do with the charge and the anger, which you generate from killing enemies or getting hit. So that's that. Enemies. Right, there's a lot of different enemies. You start off in the game, you've got like the bog standard ones that just shoot at you. You've got ones that will like throw these little fire things at you, little, like, you know, kind of things at fireworks, carnivals, festivals. You get these different types of birds. You get penguins with crash helmets on. What's that about? What else do you get? Yeah, there's a huge choice of enemies that you'll come across in the game, and they are difficult. It's not easy, so be warned. Be warned. Bosses. So there's different areas of the game where you'll encounter different bosses. you'll come across a Count Dracula kind of boss. You'll come across Big Pete further down the line. You also fight this giant tiger. You fight this like undead Viking, which is pretty cool. It took me a while to figure that one out. As big as the tiger. Obviously, at the end of the game, we've also got this chainmail duck boss, which is quite hard. I have to watch out for the rocks as well in that one. Yeah, I think that's the bosses covered. Don't go and reveal too much, you know, it's just like fun. So, the puzzle concept of the game, puzzle element. It's basically you have a choice of the levels you go to. You start with a big map. You can go from places like India, the Maharaja, Egypt, Viking place, South Pole, Duckland, all sorts like that. You go between the choices, the levels, and you're basically solving a puzzle and you're figuring out what items you need to progress in the game. So you might need some dynamite to get through one level, you might need a key to open a door in another level, so you're constantly flying back and forth. And there are a couple of puzzles in the game that does make you think. So yes, it's very puzzly. Controls, so obviously A is charge, which ignore that because they might as well not put it in the game, it's pointless. B is your shoot button and C is your jump. If you press down, so like you squat, like having a shit, right? If you slide, you can literally press C button and you'll just slide across the floor, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's gameplay covered. So, the graphics in Donald Duck, simple, effective, colourful, and sometimes a bit bland. The animations, they're pretty straightforward. There isn't really any asymmetric or 3D kind of graphics going on. It's literally a 2D scrolling, jumping platformer kind of game. They're very simple. Compare it to probably Sonic 1, but not as colourful and not as graphical. So yeah, it's they fit well with the game with the Disney kind of cartoony feel. So yeah, graphics good. So music in Donald Duck, Quackshot. It fits well with the cartoony kind of genre. It's not too out of place. It's subtle. It's just like watching a cartoon film with music. Really, it's not it's not like action, upbeat, fast paced like a lot of other games. I mean, this is a platformer for kids kind of thing. I'm fucking 25-year-old playing it. Well, that says a lot, doesn't it? So yeah. Yeah, the music's very kid orientated, and yeah, it just suits the cartoon genre well. So it's that time again. It's the end of the episode, almost, and that means one thing only: ratings time with the stars. So this game has been very challenging for me. Mentality, and we're going to start with gameplay. Gameplay, I'm going to be fair here, I'm going to give it 3. Reason being, I would give it a 1 because I did get a bit stressed out. I mean, it's very hard. The enemies are ridiculous. I mean, fuck me. You can barely dodge their attacks, and it's like, oh my god, and like you lose your life, like literally, beep, 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 like game over, like do 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 do. Actually, that's the end of completing the Mario level. Anyway, so yeah, 3 stars. The only reason I'm giving it 3 is because it's challenging, and everyone likes a bit of a challenge. If a game's too easy, then what's the point of playing it, you know? So yeah, 3 stars for the gameplay. So the story in Quackshot. It's quite a good effort. It's let's go with the basics. You've got the well, hold on. Let's do the ratings first. What am I doing? I'm jumping ahead of it here, baby. Yeah. Story's going to get 3 stars. I just lost my place. Oh, right. So 3 stars. Yeah, it's the story's good. It's you know, he finds a treasure map. He has to find it. He's got a guy in pursuit of him, kidnaps his kids, changes the map. He's constantly trying to get this map and figure out stuff. So yeah, the story's 3 stars. It's really good. It's got a lot of depth to it. So yeah, well done. So the graphics, they're not as bad as other titles that I've played, but they're not the best. So 2 stars. Yeah, it's they're basic. They fit well with the cartoony genre. They could have made a bit more effort. Let's be honest. I mean, it's Disney. They made the money. They're like, after all that fail with John Carter and then the other film they came back with. Fuck it. Mind you, we're going back a few years. So yeah, 2 stars. Music, 1 fucking star. It's not even worthy of a fucking star, to be honest. I mean, Jesus. I was playing this game, right, and I love a bit of bit of music going on in the background, you know, while you're playing the game, get you in the mood, you know, like you're making love kind of thing, yeah? So, I was playing this game, and one of the levels, fuck me, inside this pyramid, it was like, doom, doom. It was fucking dog shit. I was like, what is this? I feel like I'm watching some poor 50s movie. It was fucking shit. So, yeah, the music is wank. I mean, don't expect too much. It's not like listening to like some kind of opera house in Sydney or something like that. It's dog shit. I mean, there's only some very few levels that it is actually alright. It's bearable. But they could have made a bit more effort. Yeah, 1 star. So, it's come to the end of episode 8, Donald Duck in Quackshot. I hope you enjoyed the review, lose my words. It was very, like I say, challenging for me. It was a very stressful time. So whoever requested this game, you fucker. Other than that, it's, like I say, I hope you enjoyed the review. It was a good game, I'll give it that. I do like a challenge. So anyway, if you like it, subscribe. Put any comments, any requests, more than anything. I want requests. Some games that you love that I haven't done a review on yet, and I'll do that for you. Play the game, get the footage, everything. Episode 9 is going to be Toe Jam and Earl. So, look forward to it, stay tuned, watch this spot.